to you from the Radio for One studios in Franklin, Michigan. Welcome to the Detroit Cast.
Big fan. Big fan.
A show not just free of charge, but free of FCC regulations.
Thank you for your support of the Detroit Cast.
Oh, there it is.
And without further delay, it's showtime. Please welcome the Detroit Cast. Here are your hosts, Mike and Jay.
Good day, everybody. Welcome to the Detroit Cast, powered by DealsInTheD.com with Mike and Jay. Shalom, Big E. Hello, Jay.
Hello, gentlemen.
How are you?
Good to be with you.
Yes. How are you doing, E?
Tired, but I'm good, man.
Yeah. You feeling pretty great for your nice victory over the weekend, huh?
Yeah, man, for sure.
Cloud
you got
nine.
it right in front of you there.
Oh, you should have seen him, Jay.
The 2017 top fundraiser for SOS, Dancing with the Detroit Stars. Way to go, Big E.
Yeah, it was.
And you know what's kind of cool
Quite
about
a
that?
night.
The
Quite a
first
night.
one they've ever done. So they're going to do this going forward, but this is the first time they've done an individual version. So we have the first
Top
ever
fundraiser.
of the individual top fundraiser.
In the past, they
Nice.
only gave for best dancer.
Yeah, just best dancer.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you get an email, by the way, Jay? Video. I think Dan filmed it. And
I did. I got that.
Did you? Have you watched it yet?
I have.
What did you think of Big E's dance?
Oh, I didn't see a dance.
Oh, you didn't see a dance?
No.
Oh, he filmed the whole dance too, which is great.
Okay, I
thought
haven't- I
okay,
mean-
you haven't seen that. What did you think of?
Well, I like how he demanded a speech again,
Which is hilarious.
which I think the SOS folks are going to get used to with Big E.
Did you hear us yelling speech?
I
Speech!"
did, but I was going to do it anyway.
Okay.
I will say that.
Yeah, you see him go up there to receive the trophy. There's Armani, I think.
Ryan Armani. Or no. That was Ryan from SOS and Omir. I always say his name wrong.
Omiri?
Omira from SOS.
Okay, so they're standing up there, and you see Big E, head up there, and he's going to go accept it, and you see him lean down. And when I see the lean down, I know what that means, because
yeah.
I've been to these events with Big E.
Sure,
It's a demand for the mic. And so he took the
Yeah.
mic, and he gave a little speech. Yeah, it was good. He gave full credit, as he should, to all the listeners, all our
Yeah.
fine listeners. Our fine listeners, I can't believe what they do,
Yeah.
I mean, here's Big E.
Nobody can, by the way.
Big E will obviously bleed you dry if you let him.
Yep.
But, I mean, these people just stepped up. Oh,
Dude.
they gave so much. What, 27,000?
Almost 27. There was points in this thing, man. but there was points in this thing where it was like when we wanted to get to 25 on Friday. I had a moment on Friday where I left my dancing thing. I'm like, well, we're going to 25,000 by tonight, and that's just it. I just said that's happening, and then it's like
Big E demands it.
and then it's
did.
like 15 people watching. And they're just fucking going to town like
Dude,
with each other.
The amount
Anybody
of
can give
people
10.
that double, triple, quadruple donated was ridiculous. Ridiculous.
Unreal.
I couldn't believe it. Yeah, I thought his speech was great too. I'm always nervous when E grabs the microphone
Oh, you
because
have to be.
the room is not Detroit Cast audience. Okay, the room is yes, well-to-do folks with high-profile jobs and professionals in industry.
They're used to being at the Townsend.
Yes, and they're dressed better than us. They look and smell better than us, and they're all in this room and they're bidding loads of money on different items. And E grabs the mic and he does this, guys. He calls everybody guys. He was doing it with his Facebook thing.
Yeah.
Oh, guys, we need to. And so he's calling the room guys.
Was he wearing a T-shirt?
He was wearing a
That was
T-shirt.
for my
yeah.
dance. That was, that was pre-dancing, so I wasn't into my suit look yet because I just thought we were getting right. I thought that was going to happen after, so like that was what I was going to wear in my dance routine. Is my point. So that's why it
Gotcha.
was a T-shirt.
Yeah. And then, so I think the room really appreciated the fact that this son of a bitch had raised $26,000+ and raised more than anybody. At final tally, it was hilarious when it was said that at this point this year, the Detroit Cast and Big E specifically have given more to SOS this year than FEMA has.
That's awesome.
Think about that for a second. That's unbelievable. E, you should be very, very proud of yourself.
You should. Well done,
really,
Jesus.
You-
you know
I mean,
what?
seriously.
I am.
You should
I
be.
guess, but I don't know. It's weird to say that I am. I guess I don't know. The speech said it all. If maybe we can post a speech, but the speech did say it all. I haven't given a penny in reality to this
He was
charity.
bragging about not giving a penny
Well,
himself.
no, but I was trying to say that in the sense that those people should realize that yes, I was receiving the award.
You're just a vessel.
But the
Yeah.
listeners gave everything. So it's all them, man.
How did you think your dance went? You did
I
your
had
dance
I had
after that.
I had
You
sorry.
you wanted to win more hardware.
I did.
Yeah, once I saw the one piece of hardware, I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
Well, let's bring home 2.
I know.
Absolutely.
And then I guess he totally failed, or
Well, it's like bringing home the MVP trophy, but not winning the championship.
I know.
You know what I mean?
agree.
It's like,
I agree.
hollow.
we got to, a little
No way.
bit. We've got to get that engraved, right? Somehow.
No, I don't think you fuck with this.
You really?
Yeah, I think you
Okay.
keep that the way it is, the way it's been given to you.
Wow, I kind of.
I don't know. That's
I
my
don't even know
opinion.
there's not much room.
It's all dirty though. Look how smudged
know.
and shit. Where has this been, Jesus?
He was kissing it all night.
God.
He was
Yeah, I
kissing
was.
it like it was,
It's one of these things. It's glass and it's
Heavy.
It's set into a base and it's etched. You've got the etching, Dancing with the Stars, 2017 top funds. So you just see smudges and grease all over it. It's
yeah.
ugh.
Well,
Well,
it's my award, and it's gonna be my
Okay.
award's gonna be dirty.
Fair enough.
Yeah, it's
No,
kind of
no.
fitting that his award would
No,
be gross.
Would you if you ask how I did? I did not. I had mistakes for sure.
Yeah.
I had mistakes in my routine, but I think I kept going at least. I never stopped. I never just gave up on it.
Did you fall?
No, I never didn't fall.
It was close at one point when she did the lean back thing.
I'm supposed to go well though.
Is that the death
no.
drop?
No.
Wasn't the death drop, but he's supposed to hold her back so she could fall, and you looked like you weren't gonna fall, but it didn't look graceful. It just looked like you were kind of
Okay, well,
like,
it was.
oh shit.
Like
Man.
you were catching a chick falling backward.
Yes, but
Okay. Yeah. To be fair, it's no. There's those are a lot of criticisms. I could easily. I've done that routine 100 times now. Honestly, 100 times exactly. And I can tell you that there was mistakes, but also, man, it is a room of people. You're walking in. The other dancers are going. Once the dance starts, even from the first person, it's fast, man, because their songs are only 1 minute, 1:30 to 2 minutes.
And they just shuffled through
and you
each
just
one.
shuffle through, and it's like, dude, now you're at the door, now you're going, and I don't know, it happens really fast.
And then the bright lights and
yeah,
I
the whole room's watching.
know I wasn't the best, but you know what? I don't think I embarrassed myself.
what place
out
did
there.
you come in?
They didn't have places.
Okay, so they just went top.
Yeah, they went top, and I got to be honest with you. I had a different opinion about
who was the best?
who was the best, and who was the worst.
Where do you think E fell in that? Middle?
You could argue that E was 2 or 3,
Really?
second or third place.
Good job, Isis.
Yeah,
Out of 5, right?
And
Yeah.
if I'm being totally honest with you, who did I think won the thing? I'll be honest, Barb Bloink.
Is that right? Bloink brought it.
I would have given it to Bloink, and I
Wow.
told her so. I went up to
Graceful
her
as hell,
afterwards.
huh?
She's like, "I wish I would have been on your guys' show." I was like, "Well, you sort of were. I mean, we were calling you out from day one." She's like, "Really?" She's like, "I would have come on and shit talk big time." I was like, "Oh yeah." As soon as we heard the name Barb Bloink, we were just going, "Fuck Bloink." And she was laughing her ass off. But I'm like, honestly, Barb, I came over here, wanted to introduce myself to you because I think you won.
Wow.
And she's like, "Well, you're not the first person to say that,
that
and I think
right?
some politics maybe."
Oh.
And I was like, "Oh,
Controversy.
boy. Oh boy,
Controversy abounds.
yeah, yeah." And so it was like when E wasn't announced as the winner, but the girl that came in second place as far as fundraising,
Catherine Badalamenti.
Badalamenti won it, and I just disagreed with the judge's opinion. I don't know a ton about dance.
Well, remember, Isis told us, I don't know if he said this on the air, but he believed that there were some points given for top fundraisers.
Yeah.
So is it possible that Catherine was given 5 points or whatever?
But wait a minute.
put
If
her
that
over
was the case,
top?
though, Mike, let me ask you this: if that was the case, if she was given said 5 points, do you think I should have overpassed her then?
Really? Wow. So if he's
That's my
given
question.
7
That's my-
points,
I don't
is
know,
he
though,
still
'cause I didn't
behind her?
It's a bold statement, E, and I will say maybe. Maybe
I don't
I'm
even
trying
know.
to be fair. I don't want
Yeah.
to be like, oh yeah, E's my guy, and so I'm giving him extra points. E had a couple little things where I was like, that wasn't smooth. But then he had some other moves where that
Beautiful.
other people
Swan-like.
did swan-like.
Would you say this, Mike?
Absolutely not swan-like. Let's be
No,
clear.
no.
Sneech-like.
Sneech-like. But what was cool about E, they actually went for some shit. Like
Yeah.
he twirled her and was dipping and
Death drop.
and did the thing between the legs.
Yeah.
Nobody else was doing that.
Way to go,
shit.
Isis.
So
And-
he deserves a little extra credit, or his
For
coach does.
difficulty.
Yeah.
Can I say this, Mike?
Yeah.
And you can give your honest opinion. I felt like you kept telling me you got to go for it, even just emotionally. Didn't I? With the clapping and stuff, I got into
Was
it.
he out of rhythm, though?
Horribly out of rhythm.
But I got into
Yeah, I
it.
could foresee
Horribly,
that, yeah.
dude. I can't believe Dan didn't send you that video. You got to watch it because he got great video of this. But E came out and it was like, the beat, and it's like da, 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 da. You know, you're supposed to da, da, ba, 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 and he's like in the middle of the thing.
Sure.
He's like,
Sure.
he's nowhere near the fucking. It's like E.
It hurt him.
Can't you just feel the groove?
Feel the groove. Feel the groove. Feel the groove. Feel the groove.
Come on, everybody, get your hands up. We got this. And no, I'm like, oh God, I don't know when to clap this fucking guy.
He's just guessing.
But my point was going to be is
Jesus.
I didn't think you even thought though that, but I tried. I mean, I wasn't like just like robotic. I mean, I kind of got both hands up.
Yeah, you did, but you got to be on beat. You just
Well,
got to
I
fall
can't
in
be
beat.
on beat.
Oh, Jesus!
I'm
You
on
practiced 100 times. Did no one tell you about the beat?
I don't know.
Come on, E.
I apologize.
So that was a problem, and then the other one. Well,
I know where my biggest problem was. I'll tell you. Want me to tell you where it was?
sure.
My biggest problem was the death drop. I did it okay.
Describe the
but
death drop to us.
Dude, so what happens is we're doing a hustle, and so you're kind of just going. I twirl her, she twirls me, and there's like two or three of those. And the one happens, I grab her hand, and I pretty much just drop her, and I'm supposed to drop her as far as I can without hitting the ground.
Oh no.
And catch her.
Oh, did you hurt her?
No, that's not where my mistake was.
You son of a bitch. What did you do to
I
Veronica?
got into it in the wrong time. So it wasn't as smooth as it could have
So
been.
she wasn't ready to drop. She's like, why are you...
Oh, we're not supposed to drop for another.
Oh, Jesus.
But I'm sorry. I know what I'm
So
trying to talk
100
about.
times,
I know.
Still didn't,
Well, the lights can get big, man.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, in
Yeah.
a room.
yeah.
Definitely. The other thing that was kind of weird is you probably didn't know this, because you were upstairs in the green room,
Yeah.
having some champagne and whatever you were doing before you came out. But Ryan Armani came out and he was like, "All right, our next dancer, Eric Fatty," and so everybody that was Detroit cast related is going fucking ape shit, whistling Biggie. They're screaming their heads off, and then he's like, "Oh, no, wrong one. Sorry, we're going." And so that initial explosion of
Yeah, it
energy,
took some air out.
Yeah, it was like,
Oh, man,
I don't
I
want to
didn't know
call
that.
Armani out for this. I mean, he's a pro.
You
Usually,
didn't do that on purpose. That wasn't a Badalamenti setup.
I don't know. It wouldn't
What
shock
was
me.
the order? Did they do Did they give him any sort of benefit by being the top fundraiser?
I don't know. E, did they?
No, you know what? I talked to the guy after, and I don't know how he decides this exactly, but he doesn't decide the order until he sees everyone go through their practices in the day, and he says he kind of goes by the energy of what he thinks people's things are going to go. Now, I went fourth in the end out of 6, was it?
Yeah.
I don't like that. I don't like that.
I don't like that either. Would you rather draw straws, or you think that highest earner?
I think
gets
highest
to pick?
earner ought to pick.
I mean, you've earned that, right?
That is a good point, by the way.
You would have gone last.
I
right?
definitely would have gone last if I had the choice.
Yeah.
For
and,
sure.
And Badalamenti got to go last, and she did she did a singing in the rain, and she had the props, the umbrellas, and they're opening
Yeah.
the umbrellas and closing them, and they were on time. But the dance was just, it was what it was. It
Do
was.
you think if I went last and I
A
had
bit pedestrian, if you're being honest.
I don't want to say pedestrian, but it was. I don't want to look. She was a good sport. She helped. She literally doubled the money E raised.
Yeah.
By being competitive as she was.
Absolutely.
And by
Push.
E shit talking. We talked a lot of shit to her. She was great. She honestly was great, and probably doubled the take of
Yeah.
herself and Big E.
That's great. You pushed each other, dude. You
Unquestionable,
guys
that's
did.
what happened.
pushed each other to greatness.
And then she came up with a suggestion to do a video. I don't know if people saw that on Facebook, but she did a video with Big E. After all the shit talking he did on Facebook Live for 3 days or whatever, and they did a take on the Nancy Kerrigan, Tanya Harding thing where E comes out of practice and someone clubs his knee, and he's crying, why? He's laying on the ground crying, why? And then the camera pans up, and you just see her face as she goes around the corner.
Yeah.
It was funny.
Yeah.
It was funny. It was cute. It was short. It was
Good sense of humor, Kath.
Yeah, and
Good.
so
I just wonder
But-
if I had gone last, though, with the death drop, with the legs between.
I don't think so. E. I don't want to call the thing rigged, but I think it was a problem that Badalamenti didn't win the fundraising. That was her thing, and she took that very, very seriously. And there were some sponsorship things involved. I'm not declaring anything here, but when that was announced, when I got home, I was watching the news. And
Are you
I just-
suggesting that she was otherwise going to pull support out of this unless she went home with some hardware? Mike, are you going that far?
I'm
would
not
not
going
say
that.
that.
I'm not going that
Speculating?
far, but I think when I got home, I was Beth and I were watching the tail end of Saturday Night Live, and then it went into Channel 4 News, And, I mean, they definitely mentioned Dancing with the Detroit Stars and congratulated our very own.
Oh.
And they had some video of her doing a little twirl.
None of those.
And a big congratulations
Some
for
politics
her for winning
at least
Dancing
some
with.
politics involved.
Yeah. They announced that our very own Catherine Badalamenti was the big winner of Dancing with the Detroit Stars. No mention of Big E.
Okay,
and
no offense.
Hall of
and
Money
Look,
and-
I'm not trying to be egotistical, and there is the dancing competition, but I do think the most money. It is a charity drive for homeless. Maybe I should have been mentioned that I raised $26,000.
No, you were ignored. You were ignored on every level, E.
Well, it's all right. You know what? The monsters. You know what? The monsters that did that. Whatever. We're used to it, and we'll do it again and another time. And don't worry about that.
Yeah,
shit.
great job, everybody.
Yeah.
Thanks for responding to Big E that way. Now, what do you owe the people, E? I
Well,
think
someone has a dinner with the Fady
Yep.
family coming for one.
I
and
heard
I'm not
something
gonna
about
say
your hair.
shaving my hair.
Is that the greasy plume is going to be no more?
I don't want to, but I guess I.
What if
said I
it
would
doesn't
do
grow back? That happens sometimes. Remember
No.
Ryan Osterbeck's
Oh,
armpit?
are you kidding
Our
me? I was
friend
just gonna
Ryan
say-
Osterbeck's armpit. He shaved his armpit once.
For swimming, right?
Yep. Never again. Boom. Hairless.
He's to this day
that was my-
absolutely bald.
That's my biggest fear, and that's why I don't want to do it. To be honest
it's
with you.
it's not likely. It's probably like 40, 60,
yeah. Maybe
35, 65.
39.
It's
something
my
like that.
biggest fear.
But dude, honestly, you might look good with a shaved head though. If it doesn't grow
fine
back, it
either
doesn't
way.
grow back.
But so there's that. The dinner with my family.
And they get to see Nana's bedroom.
Yep.
Where are you pooping next?
I'm not pooping. No pooping
No
was
pooping?
ever
Okay.
involved this time. I'm trying to remember if there's what the other stuff.
Oh, I
was.
believe someone asked if he wanted to eat a pube sandwich. I
And he-
believe he agreed to that.
yes.
And he said I think they cited you and I would supply the pubes. I'm shorn.
Oh, I'm
and
totally shorn. I'm-
waxed,
yeah,
so
me too. Brazilian all the
yeah,
way, so.
Yeah, sometimes you and I will go together and get that done. But
Yeah,
so
sorry we
I don't
can't
know
help ya.
whose pubes we're gonna get, but maybe we can have a listener donate those. But he did say he would eat I think it was 2 pieces of bread with pubes in it, right?
Sure.
I don't know. I honestly,
Sure.
someone told me that.
I'm
so I
short
don't-
nipples to knees, so I don't know what to do.
I am as well,
Wow.
and it is pubes, so it's not like we can go facial or anything like that. So
I mean, you could argue that mine are more disgusting than yours would be anyway. I could cut a few
Oh,
of
one
mi-
can definitely argue that.
I could cut a few of mine off and put them in bread.
You have any
yes.
butt hairs or anything, E, that could...
I don't really have a hairy. I'm not
Yeah.
a very hairy body. If you notice, I don't tend to be very hairy. So
You
I
got a
don't
bunch
have-
right around your butthole, though?
No, that's my
Probably.
point.
use those.
Yeah, we could use those.
Sure. I
Sure,
know
we could
he.
come up with some of those.
They had him rubbing his butt cheeks on the glass for his window in his room at the Townsend
In the
for
vice
like a
presidential
minute.
suite, by the way.
For a minute straight, he had to rub his butt cheeks on the window.
In the vice presidential suite.
Yes,
As I declared it, by the way.
Well-
only because I was next to the presidential suite.
the room directly next to his was it said the presidential suite, and so he's like, well, my room's connected to it, so mine must be the vice presidential suite.
Son of a bitch.
He was, dude.
So
This guy
the-
would not be good if you gave him some actual money and power.
The Townsend was suitable accommodations, E?
Oh yeah. Oh,
They
boy.
met your requirements?
How nice the other half live when they get a chance to do it. You get the room is so nice. The bed is comfortable as hell.
Yeah, what's the
bar-
thread count, E?
I don't know, man, but it was very
600
comfortable.
minimum.
It was very comfortable.
Yeah.
You know, like the bar is the bartender in the hotel bar has a nice little
Sure.
tie on, and very.
They were when we got
Can I
there.
help you, sir?
We weren't able to go up to his room. I wanted to go to his
yeah.
room before the show started, just give him a little pep talk,
Yeah.
see how the fundraising was going. So I'm like, I'll be there at 6:30. At what room are you? And he's like, well, I have a special key for my elevator up to my room. I'll have to come down and get you. I was like, oh fuck, for fuck's sakes! And so I get to the desk and the lady's like, can I help you, sir? I was like, yeah, Eric Fady. I just need to know what room he's in. And she's like, yeah, I can't give that out. I can call Mr. Fady for you, though. And she's calling.
Yeah, call Mr. Fady for me.
And so
No, I don't want to talk to Mr. Fady. I want to talk to his son, Big E.
she's like, what's your name, sir? I'm like, Mike Walters. He'll know who it is. And so she calls this room, and she's like, hello, Mr. Fady. There is a Mike Walters here down to see you. Uh-huh. Oh, I'm terribly sorry, sir. I'm terribly sorry. Okay, thank you. She'd called the wrong room, thinking it was Fady's room.
Oh,
and then
no.
she tries to call up to his room again. He's
And
on
he
his way
denied
down.
you? Oh, okay.
No, he didn't deny me. But it was true. He had a card that had you had to specifically wave it over this thing before it would let you enter the button which floor he was on.
I thought she was going to declare, Mr. Fady's told me to tell you to fuck off.
I had listener who William Westfall could not go to the event, but he came early to give me some beer and just buy a beer. And he was in my room for a little bit, and I ordered chicken fingers from the room service.
The kids menu.
And
have you ever been? You've been to the Townsend restaurant a million times, probably, right?
Yes.
Their fillets are fucking amazing. He gets chicken fingers and French fries
on
a comped meal.
And I have the meal wasn't comped, but I had to pay for the meal. But
you tipped
$6.
Okay.
But
he was on live when he was like, "Excuse me, room service is here." He goes over there, and it was immediate. 50 people. Did you tip? What'd you tip? You son of a bitch! Did you tip? Did you tip?
But like I had when I had Will call down the order because I was doing Facebook Live, and he had to say, I made him say like Mr. Fady like 6 times. He's like, and now we'll go up to Mr. Fady's room, and he's like, yes. Do you want to catch it with that? Like,
Mr.
yes.
Fady
And again,
would.
that'll be Mr. Fady's room 364. Anyway.
Did you? So I know there was some interest by a young lady there.
Yeah,
there was some possible
that's
cock blocking
really
going on.
Yeah, that's a sore subject, man.
Really?
Well,
I
let's
don't know.
talk about it.
Yeah.
What happened, E?
I don't know what happened, man.
Dude, this chick was not bad at all. Cute.
Yeah, dude,
Dressed to the nines.
it really
flirting with E.
What?
It pisses me off because I freaking don't. 1 second, I went to get a drink for 1 second, and this fucking like Chaldean dude or some shit stepped
Does it matter
in.
that he's Chaldean?
Yeah, but
Does it?
apparently it
Yes,
does.
it does.
Why?
Oh boy. Why
tell
does it
me
matter
why?
that he's Chaldean?
It's just I don't know. It
Yeah.
does. That's all. I'm not saying any more than that. But dude, and he fucking stole her from me, man. Unquestionable. This chick, I'm not saying it to say it. I would never lie if a chick. I don't even never know when a chick's flirting with me. And this chick was absolutely flirting with me all night, talking to me, touching me, even dancing with me at one point.
Yeah, they were dancing together.
Oh my God.
Like dancing.
It's
You
remarkable.
saw how nice. I mean, it was
I
like
did.
dancing. They were like rubbing up on each
yeah,
other.
Yeah.
And
Did you get hard when you guys
Yes.
were There's the problem, and therein lies the problem. You got hard dancing with her?
Yeah, probably.
Probably, or yes, I did.
Partially hard.
Yeah.
Off the
but-
bag.
Did she know? Would she have known?
No, because we never went like we never got that close, but we were close.
You
but
just
here's-
walked around the rest of the night, stooped over,
But here's
like a
the
hunchback.
Just get that thing towering over the waistband,
dude,
E.
for a fact, she was like into me, man. And I go to get a drink, and this dude came talking to her.
The
and I-
Chaldean guy.
Yeah, and I kept asking,
Yeah.
and then I
Damn
started getting my
Chaldean.
sister like, "Fuck, man, what am I gonna do? I don't know what to fucking do now." And she's like at this table.
He
and
was
so-
dominating her. Absolutely dominating.
And so my
he
sis-
was Le Pew in her. He
This
absolutely
is
played
really,
the Le Pew
this
card.
really bums me out, man. I told my sister said, honestly, at this point, all you can do is make one bold move, because that guy's being bold. All you can do is once this next song ends, at the beginning of a song, go up and just say, "Hey, would you want to dance?" Look right in her eyes and say, "Do you want to dance?" I did do it, and she said, "No, thanks."
Oh,
I didn't know
Jesus.
that part.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
fuck,
kicking the
dude.
balls
oh, that's bullshit.
It fucking hurt, man. To be honest with you.
Oh,
because of that
E.
Chaldean guy,
Fucking
righty?
Chaldean. Damn it. Dude, I was giving him that advice too. I'm like, dude, just go up there like a fucking man, stick your hand out, and just be like, "May I have this dance, milady?" Whatever. Say something cute and pull her up, and
Man,
you know,
honestly, it took. I'm not trying to like give myself credit, but that took a lot in me to do that, dude. Something I do
Wow.
normally, especially when she's talking to another dude at that point. And I did though. At least I did it, but it's still, dude. She was. I don't know. I just went to get a drink 1 second, and it's fucking done, man.
yeah. That guy moved in and he wouldn't leave. So you didn't. So you went to bed alone in the Townsend.
Yeah.
Shit. You didn't get a hooker.
No.
Fuck.
I.
So you had this expensive room for the night
I
that
know.
you
and
knew.
nobody got to bang in it.
I wouldn't go that far.
I mean, here's the thing.
He didn't get to bang in it, but let's
I was
not.
still gonna ask her out at the end of the night. Even I was still gonna find her again, and I couldn't fucking find her. I have.
She was probably getting hammered by that damn Chaldean. And
I have thrown out one final like Hail Mary. The guy that runs the whole thing knows all the dancers and stuff, and he gave us all the other numbers to call if we wanted to.
Oh, this
but
is a
she-
dancer. I guess I
Right?
didn't
Yeah,
realize
she
that. Okay.
danced. She was. Well, she's formerly girlfriend of Jimmy King.
Oh, okay.
boy,
well,
yeah.
you had an in with her before, I believe.
This is who we were talking about, Jay.
Yeah, she had a little crush on E. Yeah, we never said whose girlfriend or ex
Jimmy
it
King.
was.
She would date. She dated. She was dating Jimmy King.
Far you fall.
Yeah.
And she was
Fab
she
Fiver
was
to
look at
Big E.
I know this guy probably has more money, more game than I do, but for a period of that
Chaldean
night,
guy, right?
She was into me. I'm telling you that she was, man. She was
Yeah.
touching me on the arm and stuff, and like.
You saw it, Mike?
I did from afar. I wasn't.
But
I didn't want to stare. I didn't want to be
see the
that
green
guy.
room, though. If you'd been in the green room,
I wasn't in the
with us,
green room, but I saw you on the dance. I saw you going on the dance floor, and you were dancing with Veronica, and then it was like, hey, you cut in with her, and you guys were going. So did you get hard in the green room, or did you get hard on the dance floor?
The dance floor.
Dance floor, okay.
I will say, so I've thrown out like a Hail Mary to the dude saying like, hey, I know you have all these guys' numbers. I don't know that she's just going to give a number out. I wanted to, kind of flirting with her last night, and I thought we had something, but I didn't get a chance to get her number. Any chance you could ask her, would she be willing to give me her number, or if you could give her my number, and we'll see.
Guess it's worth a try.
I know,
Yeah,
dude.
what do you have to
It's worth a
lose at
try.
this point?
I know dude. It's only annoying because life is what it is. It was such an amazing night. I had a great night with my sister. I told Jay that we had some crying moments with my sister at some points in the night.
You got to meet my the rapist too.
Nice.
The rapist. I met the rapist. So I had crying moments with my sister. I had to dance. It was a great night. But man, I mean, I didn't think I was gonna bang this chick that night. But it was the only time in my life where I'm wearing a suit. I'm a part of the stars. This girl's flirting with me, and I know she's flirting with
Award
me.
Award winner too.
I won the most money. And I'm like, okay, this is good. I'm at least gonna get like a date
I
or
mean,
something
Jimmy
out of
King,
this.
King can go, dude. I went to the fucking finals,
Dude, I'll
the
tell you
NCAA finals 2 years in a row.
I'll tell you this for a
What
fact.
do I got to do?
She told Veronica at one point during this dancing thing that she said she would go on a date with me. She's like, that guy was cute. I'd go on a date with him. And then it all fell apart, like everything in my fucking life.
Yeah, it's too bad.
You
Well,
don't let your happiness be
I
determined
know.
by someone else.
I know, but I'm just.
I am so glad that Beth and I, because we stole the extra card to get into his executive suite, and we were able to go up there and make sure that room was used
Oh,
properly.
good.
At one point
You
towards the
son of a bitch.
well, I just
Right on his
I
pillow,
didn't
right?
no, I don't. I just let it fly and land where it landed. I was thinking about the pillowcase
son of a
incident
bitch.
that he did, against my knowledge, and so I figured
That is not the same.
so we went up there and just kind of tore it up a little bit, but yeah, I mean, it would have just been a damn shame to let that room go to waste. So I don't remember if it was your pillow, your sheet,
you.
floor, whatever. But at least you'll take solace in knowing
I
that
don't take
that it
any
was,
solace in that.
that it was utilized properly. So anyway,
Wow.
Hey, Black Friday's here, and our friends at Zotford and Holly are bringing you the very lowest prices of the year. For example, lease a new 17 Ford Escape for just $181 a month, or a new 17 Ford Fusion at $83 a month. Better still, a new 17 Ford F-150 Super Crew 4x4 at just $146 per month, or a new 17 Ford Edge all-wheel drive at $133. Finally, lease a new 17 Ford Explorer as low as $177 a month. Good through November or while supplies last. Get there.
I just want to say, I know we've done a half hour, so this won't be long, but I do want to, once again, just from my 100%, just say thank you so much to all the listeners that gave. I really appreciate it,
Yeah.
and it was a good thing for us, man. So I just want to say that.
I agree. E. Thank you to Carrot Hole,
Carrot hole.
dude. Carrot Hole was a thing on all his fundraisings for 3 days. I was like, what the fuck is Carrot Hole? Chris Cracchiola, the Marine who took a shooting, donated, I don't know, $500 at one point and then like $1,300 at another point. And he's trying to read his name, Cracchiola, and he says, what is Carrot Hole? Carrot Hole. Carrot Hole. So he became the symbol of the carrot and a red hole for the rest of the week while he was being referenced. Carrot Hole.
Thank you, Carrot hole.
Yeah, thank you, Carrot Hole. Good, nice work. No, truly, thank you to everyone. And E, you should be very proud of yourself, honestly. One thing you will never have to worry about, E, is being like this guy, the Supreme Court Justice out of Ohio. Bold move. Saying
Very
he's been with,
bold move.
Saying he's been with 50 very attractive women. Kind of one of those like, look, if you're thinking about taking me out at the knees because of my past indiscretions, I'm gonna pull the Eminem move and beat you to the punch. I'm going to name all the shitty things about me. So anyway, it's Bill O'Neill. He's an Ohio Supreme Court justice, and he's announced his candidacy for governor took to Facebook Friday night and said, "Now that the dogs of war are calling for the head of Senator Al Franken, I believe it's time to speak up on behalf of all heterosexual males. As a candidate for governor, let me save my opponent some research time. In the last 50 years, I was sexually intimate with approximately 50 very attractive females. It ranged from a gorgeous blonde who was my first true love." And
Awesome.
we made passionate love in the hayloft of her parents' barn. That's going too far. And ended with a drop-dead gorgeous redhead from Cleveland. Now, can we get back to discussing legalizing marijuana in the open
Well, wait a minute.
and opening the state hospital network to combat opioid crisis? I'm so disappointed by this national feeding frenzy about sexual indiscretions decades ago.
Wait a minute.
Peace.
Is he disclosing these because he wants to disclose them and get it out of the way, or is he disclosing them because apparently they're smoking hot?
Yeah, right.
If they were
Yeah.
hogs, would he be like,
Well,
I
he
had
can
sex with a
characterize it. He's characterizing it as hot. Who knows? You know,
Yeah.
but he's trying to take the legs out.
Yeah, well, you can tell by his tan.
Oh yeah,
that
guy's-
Let's see.
he's in Ohio, dude. You just don't get tans like that in Ohio.
Oh, boy.
So he's impressed with his own look. Yeah, I can't tell if this is, one of those like he just wants it to be known that I've fucked like 50 really hot chicks. Just want that out there.
Yeah, he's
Thanks.
like saying it almost like, let me give, like, guys, you know how guys are. Let me give my worst discussions out there, guys. I've had sex with a lot of beautiful women. So
If you're gonna do it, you might as well say they're beautiful, right?
right.
Yeah.
But it's just like, oh, what a what a thing to admit.
Well, the difference is no one's taking issue with people who bang chicks consensually. The problem is, all the people that don't get permission or just whip their dicks out and jack off into a potted plant or, hold them down and rape them. Like, that's where the problem comes in. So as long as you didn't do that, sir.
That is the problem, but I think what he's anticipating though is that they're gonna dig some shit up, and so he might as well just get out in front of it. And,
Yeah.
To the extent he can.
Do you think, I mean, what do you think of that decision? You think it's a wise decision or?
In this day and age, I think I'm kind of tired of just all these Paul Ryan-esque nerds up there. They're just
Yeah.
going to roll up my sleeves and work for the American people. I just hate that caricature of the politician. So
Yeah.
the notion that there's like a real person running for office, I think is okay with me.
Yeah.
Smoke a little weed here and there.
Yeah.
Get drunk every now and then, bang some chicks.
You
I think
live a
that's
life a little bit?
probably realistic. You've had some life experience.
Yeah.
Rather than just at the age of 7 becoming that Republican.
Yeah. Young
kid-
Republican.
Young Republican. He's wearing his little blue blazer and khakis, and
Yeah.
forevermore, he's just trying to be a lily white, little kid.
Yeah.
And I
The
think you have to
idea
have
of
some
perfection that just doesn't exist.
some life experience can go a long way.
And I think those are the ones you need to worry the most about, the ones that cap their lives and try
Dude.
to present this perfect image.
Well,
and
you're
it's like,
talking about Ohio politicians. What about do you have the story about the Ohio congressman? Who,
yeah, I do.
Yeah, who's getting whacked for being anti-gay his
Yeah.
whole entire career, and now
Moron.
Now he's caught on tape. I think they have video of this. People are saying
Really?
there's probably closed circuit video of this. Guy's banging another dude
Yeah, butt fucking some guy in his office.
in his office.
What are we doing? Married? One of these staunch
Married kid,
Republican.
and he's out there at the forefront of the anti-gay push, and here he is.
Yeah, it's incredible that this goes on, and it's sad on one level. This Supreme Court justice, I totally get what you're saying. I think it goes a little far with one sentence in there when he says, "We made passionate love in the hayloft of her parents' barn." It's like, dude, no, like, look, if you want to get out in front of this and be like, look, I was with a lot of chicks. I finally settled and married this woman, and, anything else? I don't need to get into details of what I've done. Some I'm proud of, some I'm not.
Yeah,
I was younger.
He obviously has a bit of an odd personality, to write the way he did, and then peace at the end.
Yeah, peace
Okay,
out. Let's get back to talking about legalizing marijuana. This one was really bothersome to me, and I don't know why people feel like they still have to do this. To be like this. I'm anti. My Republican Party doesn't like homosexuality, so I'm on that team, and I need to be anti-homosexuality. And here you are, closeted homo, trolling Washington, butt fucking a guy in your office. I mean, I don't know. To me, that's so much worse than just being. You know what? I have Republican views. I don't believe everything the Republicans believe, but I believe myself to be more Republican than not, and that's what I'm fighting for.
Yeah, but
I'm a homosexual.
He's obviously judged. Look, I've got to take this strong stance in order to have the support that I need to win this spot. So he can't be a centrist like you can.
Yeah.
Is probably what he's determined. But in the end, he's He's the worst kind of hypocrite there is.
Yeah. I mean, to me, the only thing being the only thing worse than being so personally ashamed of your own homosexuality is being a total hypocrite about it. Don't you agree? Most people hate that more than anything. There's nothing worse than a hypocrite.
Yeah.
And I know we're all hypocrites on some level, but this one, we've seen this played out before. We've seen this played out many times before, and it always looks bad. Anyway, who we're talking about is Wes Goodman. And I tweeted, it looks like Wes Goodman was looking for a good man over the weekend.
Perfect.
I couldn't, not do that. He resigned Wednesday amid allegation. He probably could have rode that thing out like he was riding that guy in his office. As a gay man, he's untouchable at that point, isn't he? I think he's like, it's been trouble. I've wanted to be in this. I believe in the Republican Party. I knew they wouldn't accept me for my homosexuality. But
Flip sides.
Yeah, flip the story. Be like, I come out now as a proud gay man, and you can't fire him now.
Yeah.
Then you really look like you hate gay people, right? I don't know, man. Maybe just the fact that he's doing it in his office is the
he's
bigger
got a
problem.
Family. He's talked for years about how gayness is really bad. There's some inconsistency there. Yeah.
Yeah.
To say the least.
He's one of these family values conservatives. His website outlines his belief that marriage is only between a man and a woman. And he has relied on these conservative values to bolster his political message, and relate to voters. The ideals of a loving father and mother, a committed natural marriage, and a caring community are well worth pursuing and protecting. Cleveland.com spoke with Johnny Hadlock, who was working as an aide to another Republican congressman on Capitol Hill. And this guy met Goodman in 2010. During their conversations, Hadlock revealed to Goodman that he was a closeted homosexual himself. And so afterward, Goodman began exchanging explicit texts with this guy, sexting, gay banter, even escalated to phone sex. Wes never sexually harassed me. We both knew what we were doing, and we were both fine with it. He says the relationship never got physical, though. Caleb Hall, who's a conservative journalist, tweeted, he did this to dozens of college political activists in Ohio that I know as well. He was with us at a bar during a Turning Point USA conference and left early. He forgets to pay his bill. And so they're like, yeah, what room, we'll just charge it to your hotel room. What room number are you in? And he's like, I thought you were coming up to have some fun with me and my wife. She's asleep, but I'm horny. God, that's a terrible text, isn't it? The word horny, I couldn't even take.
Oh, it's bad.
Is horny the
horny?
Ugh.
I'm horny. Hey, Gab, I'm horny. Let's head to the closet. I'm horny.
It gives me the chills every time you say it. I couldn't watch.
Kind of horny.
The Wisconsin-Michigan game was hard to watch yesterday because Wisconsin's quarterback is named Hornibrook. And it was like, they're like, yeah, Hornibrook. And I'm just like, oh, fuck, stop saying his name. It's terrible.
It's a bad word.
Those who received his alleged messages were scared to report him for fear. He's holding a higher position than them. Former coworkers shared some screenshots of text messages he sent to them. One of them said, love stroking my long, fat cock before stuffing it in her tight pussy, her tight, wet pussy. He's talking about his wife there. You've never sent me anything like that in regards to Gab. Never.
So where does this turn gay?
This one's one of the game was you should be here getting your dick sucked. He sent that. You've never tweeted that or sent that to me. Jay, you've never sent that to me either.
No.
Another one was, but that big cock needs work.
We're so gross. And I just like, I know you guys get on me about this. I think humans are just so gross in reality. You say
I agree. I'm looking at you, man. Look at you.
But you say like, oh, this wording, or I don't like horny, or there. I contend that all of this stuff sounds bad every time you're reading it out of context. When you're in it with when you're in it with a girl and you're maybe you're like, oh, you're gonna come over later, and it's like, oh yeah, I'm ready for you to come
horny.
over.
Yeah.
You're
I
just
wouldn't use horny.
Our jeans are getting tight.
I get that, but you know what I mean, dude.
Is that ever okay to say?
Never.
Nope. Never has been.
Never.
Were you saying E?
I'm just coughing.
Were you done?
No, but I'm just saying. I think all of it. I've said this before. If you read sexting messages, it all sounds terribly stupid and dumb, unless you're in that moment with a person that wants to do it too.
The other things that are always shocking when we see these cases come up, these stories come up, whether it's was that a Republican who was in the Minnesota airport and was doing the wide stance?
I think so.
And tapping. is the obnoxious, like, so dangerous, like, gonna get caught behavior. You know, it's like, I don't know if they get comfortable. They've done it a dozen times and no one's caught on to anything or saw anything, and it's just like, no one's paying attention to what we're doing. Let's go get it on in a stall in the fucking airport. And this guy, according to the Washington Post, allegedly unzipped. He invited the teenage son of a prominent Republican donor to his room at the Ritz-Carlton, and then he unzipped the 18-year-old's pants and starts jacking him off. And the boy, like, wakes up at 4 a.m. and bolts the room, immediately tells his parents. He's like, dude, what the fuck? This homo's trying to jack me off.
Congressman so-and-so is jacking me off in his hotel
Yeah.
room.
So his parents are livid, and they tell, his bosses in the Republican Party, like, he's out. And so that led to his departure from the Council for National Policy.
Another time, what are you getting out of that? Like, how many times do we have to ask, what are you getting out of jacking off him? Like, again, maybe if you're taking his, as disgusting as it would be, maybe if you're taking his hand and jacking you off, at least you're getting off.
I know. I don't understand it.
You wouldn't want to stroke my penis to completion,
No,
Jay, but you
the fact
love
is
getting...
the penis needs to be stroked to completion. I don't understand. As a dude, what you're getting out of it if it's not
maybe
brush up against I brushed up against her titty, I grabbed her titty. Oh really? What and what did that do for you?
Yeah, maybe the thought is that, all right, I'm gonna pull this gorgeous cock out, I'm gonna start jacking it, maybe lick a helmet.
It's gonna reciprocate.
Yeah, and he's gonna be into it. I saw a twinkle in his eyes. My gaydar was through the roof with this one. And next thing you know, we're 69 and blowing each other. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like maybe that's the thought. Right. But and then when it gets, we always hear when it gets cut off that he's fondling my dick and balls, and then I ran out of the room.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what it is.
It's gotta be.
I personally, and I know where you stand, Jay, and I know where a lot of Republicans stand and their beliefs. I think it would be, for some of these people, maybe you do what you do to get to where you are. You're in your position. And then I think it'd be good for the Republican Party to have some people go, you know what, I'm a proud gay person, and I'm a Republican. I believe in this stuff, and if my constituents don't want to vote me into office next time around because of that fact, then okay. But
you're talking about a group of whores who want to get themselves into an elitist class, and they've clawed their way to that spot.
Yeah.
It would be a remarkable person who would do that, Mike. I mean, think about what they're trying to do. They're trying to be a career politician.
Yeah.
Is that the way you be a career politician?
I think today,
You're
yes,
a career
you
politician
can.
the way that guy did it. You fucking suppress it, and you pretend and you play by the rules by your party, and you get to where you want to go, and you suppress, and you talk bad about it, and then hopefully it doesn't come out.
Yeah,
but when it does, you're fucking done.
That you're on every gay website, and you're trolling Craigslist, and you're indiscriminately banging dudes in your office. I mean, dude,
would it be nice if everybody was upfront and honest? Yes, it would be.
I understand what you're saying. My point is, I think the tide has turned on a lot of these subjects that we're just out. You're done. You come out as a gay guy in the Republican Party 20 years ago, and it doesn't matter. It's over. But this is a different time. And they're constantly slammed for being racist, homophobic, sexist, misogynist, like everything. I think it would do the party good to have a few people come out. And I think what they would find is the public, outside of the hardcores, the public, for the most part, would be like, dude, that's great. Good for you. Be a leader. Believe in yourself. And as a leader, you'll as someone with a voice to the public, you can influence a lot of people. You can help a lot of people. Wow, I'm gay. I didn't know I could be a Republican. It doesn't take much. That's my thought. I know it's not everyone's thought, but it's my thought on it. I think he could be a bigger name for himself.
Hey, insurance, we all need it. Most of us don't know what kind of coverage we have or who provides it. Let fellow TDC listener Brent Wasick from Wasick Insurance Services change all that. He has over 29 years in the business. He offers all types of insurance coverage: auto, home, health, life, business, commercial, and more. Call Brent, 734-455-1900. Get a free, no-obligation quote today. Again, that's 734-455-1900, and ask for Brent. Also, got to tell you about the Hamlin Pub. They have 5 locations: Clarkston, Chesterfield, Rochester, and 2 in Shelby Township. Hamlin Pub offers a wide selection of craft beers. Most are brewed here in Michigan. They have great happy hour specials Monday through Friday, 2 to 6. Half off appetizers on Monday. Check out all their specials at all 5 locations at hamlinpubs.com. don't forget, November 30th, we're going to be at the Hamlin Pub at 22 Mile and Hayes for our pre-Christmas celebration. So please come out and join us 7 o'clock to whenever.
Yeah, we'll be there. I mean,
Posters,
it technically says 7 to 9, but I'm sure we'll be hanging out much later than that.
I was thinking this. For one, I know we've already mentioned them, that there's going to be these kick-ass posters that you're going to get for free, which is limited time, that night only, right?
Yep.
And I was also thinking that, bring out the trophy. And if anyone wants to, any of the listeners that donated want to, take a picture, or I don't know, just...
If anyone wants to drink out of the Dancing with the Stars fundraiser trophy.
Just a way for people.
I already heard people asking that. Are we going to be able to, are you going to bring it there like the Stanley Cup?
Hoist it.
Kiss it and drink out of it?
But they all gave money, so,
They earned it.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Maybe we can even throw in the gateway to the key one. I'll bring the key out there.
Yeah,
Someone wants to picture with a key.
Some of our many accolades over the years.
Achievements.
Got a little bit of hardware over the years. We can bring it all out there.
Yeah, we're starting to get some shit piled up.
Oh God, are you an AC/DC fan, Jay?
Yeah, I mean, to an extent.
Yeah.
I was glad it wasn't Angus that died.
Yeah.
But I know Malcolm's also a big part of that group.
Huge part.
But he's been out for a long time. So it's not like
one of these with dementia in his early 60s, and he passed away over the weekend. Sad news. Founding member with Angus, his brother, Angus Young and Malcolm Young. And, he died over the weekend. He'd been suffering with dementia for the past 3 years, which forced him into retirement. I guess he started, I didn't realize they started in 73. But then there's that whole Bon Scott era before Brian Johnson got there. And so today it was with deep, heartfelt sadness, AC/DC has to announce the passing of Malcolm Young. Along with Angus, he was the founder and creator of AC/DC with enormous dedication and commitment. He was the driving force behind the band. He's a guitarist, songwriter, and visionary. He was a perfectionist and a unique man. He always stuck to his guns and did and said exactly what he wanted. He took great pride in that. His loyalty to his fans was unsurpassed. Blah, blah, blah. It goes on and on. Yeah, what a terrible story. He's one of the, you think AC/DC, obviously the voice of Bon Scott or the voice of Brian Johnson, and then the schoolboy outfit. Yeah, right. And then the schoolboy outfit of Angus, kind of was doing the Chuck Berry dance around the stage. It's a crazy show. I don't know if you've ever seen AC/DC live, but they're amazing. I was never like a huge AC/DC fan.
Oh, but there are some undeniable classics though. When they come on, it's just like hell yeah.
Yeah, that the guitar part, the Thunderstruck when that kicks in, and Highway to Hell.
Back in Black is one of my favorites.
Oh yeah. Hell's Bells, for those about to rock. You Shook Me All Night Long. I mean, I think they sold 200 million albums. That's a lot of albums.
About right.
That's a lot of albums, man. And I don't think they've got a single ballad. Can you think of a single AC/DC ballad?
God bless them, man.
Isn't that kind of cool, though? When you think about it, it's like, nah, go fuck yourself. We're not doing that. Yeah.
I can't think of, like... Shit.
Dude, 200 million albums, yeah. I mean, is there... It would be weird, though. I mean, even Metallica has a lot of ballads.
Yeah, they don't have ballads. They definitely have some... Shook Me All Night Long and Who Made Who are more sing-along type choruses.
They've got anthems.
They're not ballads. Yeah, they're not, definitely not ballads.
Yeah. Whole lot of Rosie. Yeah, they just don't. I mean, it's kind of cool. And it sounds like Malcolm and Angus wrote every fucking song that they did. Like, every one of them. He left to...
I'm not sure we were all waiting with bated breath for new AC/DC music.
I know.
I think they're, kind of on their last gasp, should we say.
Why is that? Why is that it's like, oh, great, McCartney's putting out a new album. And it's like, well, what's the problem? He's a genius. And you've loved all the shit he's done.
I see where you're going,
But nobody wants the new... Like, you're right. No one's looking forward to the new AC/DC album. It's like, what is it? We only want when they're like 18 to 26? Like, in that angst-filled period of life? Is that what we care about?
Eminem's a good example. Here he is poised to drop a new album. And, dude, I got to be honest with you, that new song, to me, blows ass.
Yeah.
That new one that he just did on SNL.
It's just harder and harder to freaking...
And he's getting pounded,
people say, oh, it's the maturation of an artist. And I get that. And I don't know what a rapper does, and later in life we've not really hit that point where we had superstar rappers get to that point. So I don't know that there's a model for it.
Yeah.
But we know rock and rollers can go well into their 60s, and the Stones and McCartney, as you mentioned, and Billy Joel, etc. I mean, it still stay very relevant.
But he's right about the new stuff, though.
He's got an edge, though, that is really hard
Dude,
to keep,
it's a
especially
great
with
point.
younger listeners.
It's a great point, and and you're right, because rap just as a genre hasn't been around that long, and so we're seeing the leaders of that, and it's like,
And yeah, you can point to Slick Rick and Cool Mo D and all that shit, but
Run
dude,
DMC.
that wasn't like the level of an Eminem.
No.
So this is uncharted territory in large
It is.
respects.
And
as
what do
we
you-
see Kanye get older, Pac will never be there, but those,
Yeah.
those types of stellar artists, we're just gonna have to see what happens.
and what
And maybe they don't work.
McCartney can go out at 72 years old,
Play a
and
melody.
play Penny Lane,
Yes.
and have the fucking place going nuts.
But can
Eminem-
M go out there with his
Hoodie
fucking
on at
hood on
70?
and
Going fucking bitch, ho, motherfucker, and like what? Dude,
So I think what troubles me is you're going to see more of this formula, which bothers the shit out of me, where you have the females doing the melodies, the Beyonce part in this new song,
yeah,
etc. And
Sasha Grey, I think, performed with him over the weekend.
Skylar Grey.
Is it Sasha or Skylar? Whatever.
I'm fucking tired of that format. I think it's so overused in pop music right now, where an artist relies on another artist,
beautiful
a feature,
voice. Yeah,
a feature to
yeah.
come in and carry that melody and make it pop and make females driving in their cars sing along with it.
Yeah.
Just make it more popular, right? Sell
Yeah.
more albums. I get it.
Yep.
But I'm tired of that formula. I was really dismayed to hear that first song.
You know what? I came into the end of SNL, the last 45 minutes of it, so I haven't seen those performances.
You've heard the song though.
I have, and I wasn't, but I wasn't thrilled with his last album's single release, first single. And the
Yeah,
album
that is
was
the one
better
thing-
than I thought.
That is the one thing about Eminem. Usually, I don't think his single.
I
is
never
very
like
good.
his singles.
Be
even-
shocked there's not something on that album, right, that we don't dig.
Yeah, I'm sure, and I know people probably go, "Oh, it's because he doesn't like Trump," and you know what? It's like, no, dude, I don't give a
for
shit
sure.
what his
Right.
politics are.
Whoa, he drew a line, Mike.
He gives a shit what yours are.
I know, of course he does, but I don't care what his are. If it's good, it's good. I agree with you on that, and he's getting murdered, dude. The front page story in a lot of papers is not Eminem performs on SNL. Eminem is slaughtered on social media after performance on SNL.
Well, here's the thing, though. The whole social media. You and I were talking about this on the air the other day. How lazy journalism is getting now
Yeah.
in terms of looking to social media, looking to Barb Johnson in Ohio on her fucking Twitter account. There's no fucking check mark next to her. I don't give a shit who she is.
Yeah.
And even if there is a check mark, I better recognize your name as a damn music critic or someone who's known in the music world before I give a fuck what you think about Eminem.
Yeah.
I mean, we're seeing more and more of these stories, and it doesn't have to be music. It can be anything, but they're relying on reactions on social media to
Totally.
tell us what the reaction of America is. Where did that come from?
I don't know. It's exactly what you said. Lazy as shit journalism. Because it's very easy to go, you see a trending thing, like, okay, these are the hot stories. I do it. I very rarely pick any stories, unless they're really big stories that there are actual news articles about. But you see those all the time where
But
it's
couldn't
like,
we fashion a different narrative about Eminem's appearance on SNL last night if we look to social media? Don't you think
Maybe.
his hardcore fans, some of them,
Sure.
like you could pick and choose,
Yeah.
John Jacobson out of Cleveland who really dug that.
Yeah.
And you could list 5 that really loved that performance
Right.
instead of 5 that really hated it.
You're right, and it bothers me more when it's news related, because
Instead of
people
just a
people
subjective
don't
thing.
know. Yeah, like I get it. People don't want to see a medley of his hits for his second song on SNL. Apparently, that's what he did.
Yes.
He did okay.
Stan and another.
Lose Yourself and something maybe. So I get it where they're like, dude, you're going on SNL. That usually means you're dropping a new album. We're going to hear a couple new songs. I mean, that's the formula for SNL, typically. And so they don't want to hear that, and so it's easy to beat them up. But yeah, I don't know, man. I haven't seen it, but the news ones bother me when it's like I'm watching an actual international news channel right now, and they're going, "How did Trump do with his speech?"
Right.
Well, and it's like pull up 5 tweets from people, like you said, Joan Johnson from Cleveland. And it's like
I don't give a shit what Joan thinks.
and it's basically okay. Basically, what they're saying in the news is who can come up with the wittiest quip to slam someone, and it's like, really, you're basing our news based on that. Going back to the point of what do these guys do when they're 70? Like Eminem, can he be on stage in a hoodie at 70 doing that thing? That's a thing. Like I never.
That's what he's struggling with, by the way, in these lyrics of his new song. I mean, if you listen to the lyrics, it's sort of like, hey,
people are giving up on me.
yeah,
and-
am I still relevant? I mean,
yeah.
So he's dealing with it, and I don't know where it's going to go. But I personally just don't like that song at all, man.
Well, it's the choice that Kid Rock made 15 years ago. That it was like, okay, this is fun. The
Gotta
teenage
morph.
angst is fun to go out there and go, my name is, or you probably should have done that for us. But at some point, like he saw it early, like, okay, this rap rock thing is fucking done. And he saw that a few years
I don't
before.
want to be Fred Durst.
Yes. And so then it was like, okay, let's slowly morph into this, and we'll do half an album that's rock and half that's this. And now he's like, fuck it, my bread and butter is going to be country and Seeger style. And I'm going to keep that audience. I can write catchy hooks, and I can fill Pine Knob year after year after year and do this
7
for
dates in a
eternity.
row.
Yes. And I can have sing-alongs and have fun. You know, that's going to be hard to get a 70-year-old couple out to do, you know, Kim. You know what I mean? You know, like they're just not going to want
I
to do
know.
that.
I don't know where it's going.
I don't know if you did this, Jay, but this bothers me
He's
now.
older
like,
than us, dude.
I know.
You know?
I know. I think he's a month older than me. But yeah, dude, when I see like when I listen to music, I'll be on like Sirius or something. I'll listen to their hair metal channel or Liquid Nation, whatever it is, and I'll be like, hell yeah, I'm listening to White Lion again, you know? And I'm listening for the first time, I'm hearing the lyrics. I'm not just singing the lyrics, I'm hearing the lyrics, and I'm just going, oh, fuck.
Brutal.
Oh, God damn it, that's awful. Holy shit, do you want to get rocked? Def Leppard. No, I don't want to get rocked.
I've seen a million faces, and I've rocked them all.
Dude, I used to fucking get goosebumps. I seen a million faces, and I rocked them all. It's like, oh, no, don't sing that.
I'm a cowboy.
On a steel horse I ride, and I want it. Do you know what the steel horse is?
Wanted. A train?
No, it's a tour bus.
Okay.
Tour bus.
Dead or
Alive. Yeah, I mean,
Thank you for interpreting that for me.
sorry. I knew you were going to say train probably. I thought it was a steel horse for a long time. And now that I'm listening to these lyrics, there are certain bands, and the Rolling Stones deal with this. Some of their earlier shit, it's like, you know, Brown Sugar about fucking a black chick and shit.
Brown sugar.
It's
You
like,
make me feel so good.
it's like,
Yeah.
dude, I don't want to see a 74-year-old Mick Jagger singing about brown sugar. You know, it's like,
Pecking his way across the stage.
yeah.
You know, I will say that is something where country can be not nearly as hard to keep going.
The new country's going to have a problem.
Yeah,
Yes,
well.
the new well. But like when Garth Brooks came back, yeah, I know this is 2 years ago now, but when he came back with his reunion tour, he can still sit there and play Friends in Low Places and, you know, some of
wish
those
he wouldn't.
songs because no, but he can
I
because
got friends in low places where the whiskey drowns and the beer chases my blues away. I'll be okay.
but he can
I've never owned a song or
I
listened to his music, and I even know that
Sure.
shit hook.
But he can though. There's no identity crisis in singing a song about just some of that country stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh, he hasn't painted himself in a corner, has he?
yeah, but Chris did.
Yeah.
I mean, Chris
Gaines.
did. Gaines, yeah, Chris
Yeah, I
Gaines
don't know
did.
what happened to him.
Quick, you know, you don't want to go the Gaines route.
That was a mistake.
Anyway, I don't know how we got here from Malcolm dying, but David Cassidy too.
Yeah.
It's not
It's on
looking
his
good for
last
Cassidy.
legs here.
Can you pull up some photos of David Cassidy? Because I think
Partridge Family, right? Is that where most
Yeah.
people harken back to when they
That's-
think David Cassidy?
Bonaducci, right? Wasn't
Yeah,
Bonaducci,
Bonaducci's on
Partridge
there.
Family? It was what, a mom and like 5 sons and or 7 kids, and they toured the country as a pop
Yeah, they had
band.
So what do
I
you
always
want?
loved the
Young?
color of their bus. They
don't know.
painted their bus all like rainbow colors. and
Yeah, I
stuff.
like that too.
Yeah.
It was even cooler than the Mystery Machine for a while there.
Yeah.
Do you want young
I want
or
new pictures because I think there's something troubling about his hairline.
Oh, dude, he's been troubling for years.
Yeah,
You can
I know.
go back to the 80s and go, wow, this is not going to end well.
Yeah. I mean, I think
He's
he's just
nipping, he's tucking, he's changing subjects.
dude, where, like, maybe it's the thing, like, we don't understand it because it hasn't happened to us, but, you know, where it's like, okay, we read a story and it's like, yeah, the guy just walked into the girl's room and started jacking off, and we're just like, I can't wrap my head around that.
Yeah.
And it's like, what makes a guy that decide to do this to his hairline? Like, who are you fooling? That's not fooling anyone.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh,
why?
David. Oh, David.
Remember the
Why are
guy-
we doing this? Like, I don't understand. Like, does he wake up in the morning and go, yeah, this is good.
That's
This
a
is
color
good look.
brown not found in nature either.
No.
It's a reddish brown that,
Good luck finding the crayon, too.
Right.
Even in one of those giant boxes of crayons, you're not going to find that color brown.
Remember that guy? I think it was on Thursday now, going back to the last time we were here, but we were watching CNN or MSNBC or something. Jay, remember that guy?
Yeah,
with the
Judge
hair?
Napolitano.
Okay.
Dude, this is the opposite of Judge Napolitano.
Yeah.
Pull him up, E, if you
What is
can.
it, Judge,
He has a forehead that's about an inch and a half large.
I think you're being generous
Yeah.
to give him a full inch and a half. I mean, I was going to go inch and a quarter.
What do
maybe.
you do? Do you shave it up? Do you shave it up an inch and a quarter and then just keep tending to it every day with
Boy,
a
oh
straight
boy.
razor?
You'd almost have to bikini wax that thing every other day. If
So you'd have a 5 o'clock shadow on your forehead.
Has anyone ever successfully pulled that off? And maybe if they have, we just didn't notice.
There he is.
Can you?
Look at that forehead.
Yeah.
Smallest forehead on TV.
And see, he's got his eyebrows raised, which is pulling that thing up higher. If you just look at him in his natural state and he's relaxed, it's even worse than that.
Smartly, though, combing the hair straight back. As ridiculous as that looks, what if the man had bangs, you know?
Yeah.
What if the man had bangs? They'd be in his eyes.
Yeah, it wouldn't work.
Look at that forehead, man.
Yeah. See, I don't know, man. I'm kind of digging the idea. You can almost see where it wants to be.
Yeah, I know.
You know,
Where,
like
where
if
it
you
goes
just-
from gray to dark gray.
Yeah, like if
Yeah,
you
just shave it.
If you just shave this straight razor, we'll give it a shot. And then I think you can go with a comb over. You can
And just every day get your razor out and just trim it up.
yeah, quick. I think it'd be a better look for him. Yeah, I don't know, but
God, hair maintenance, man. The amount of
hair.
money and time that people spend on hair.
how come we can't get hair right? Why is
I
hair
know.
so hard to get
well,
right?
because you can't have lifetime decisions on hair. It's constantly fucking growing. We talked about this. I'd take a lifetime haircut in a second if I could.
Yeah, you really
5 on top,
are,
2 on the sides, 3 to blend. Boom, done.
You are the GI Joe of haircuts. I mean, you're just
I would
simple.
love that.
Yeah, I don't blame you. I know when you look back and you see old photos, like, well, dude, what were you doing? What were you doing? That sucks. But I'm not even talking about that. It's not the lifetime commitment to one style that bothers me, or the changing styles. I mean, hair itself. We can't seem to get it where it doesn't look like someone stapled them onto your head. Like they just
once it's gone, it's gone. There's no way of.
You're talking about the
can't
plugs. You're talking about
plugs or
getting it back.
wigs
Oh, I
or-
totally
and
agree.
It's
There's
terribly
yeah.
painful and
It's so obvious. That's the thing. It's like the one thing you don't, I think, in that instance, want to show the public is that you care. And by putting plugs, you care so much.
Thank
You
you.
care so much about your vanity. You care that people are judging you right now. And
Yes.
And then it gives you it's a weakness because people are gonna just go, ha. Yeah,
it's
nice
not
lid
a
there,
weakness.
buddy.
It's the weakness.
Nice lid, pal.
Yeah.
And that'll crush him.
Yeah.
Crush him. Cassidy in a fetal position, shivering like a chihuahua.
It's the thing that people will immediately go to because they know that you are so sensitive to it
That
that you went
bothers-
out of your way to pay someone thousands of dollars
Thousands.
to torture you
Yes.
into doing this over repeated
Spent
sessions.
time, money, and went through a tremendous amount of pain
Mm-hmm.
to get that.
I kind of like the way Joe Buck handled that.
Just shaved it or what?
No. He's got plugs. And he's
he?
just like, these are my plugs. I was bald as fuck. I didn't want to be bald as fuck.
Oh, really?
And so
I'm just doing the best I can here.
I'm doing the best I can, and I went with this. You know, earlier in my career, it was like, you can't be a bald guy and on national television.
Sure you can.
I know you can, but that was his thinking, and he had a manager that was like, dude, you're a fat fuck. You got to lose weight if you're going to be on camera.
He used to be fat? Really?
He-
He
dude,
doesn't look
he
like a
was
fat guy to me.
Huge. He used to be like, they had to get a special suit for him when he was a bat boy or something because he was so friggin'
Really?
huge. Yeah, because his dad was Jack Buck, so
Yeah.
he was, you know.
Familiar.
See if you
I
can
just
find
didn't know
kid
he was
pictures
huge.
of Joe Buck.
Because he's like athletic.
Skinny.
looking,
Yeah.
right? I mean,
no, he was a fat kid, and fat for a while. But yeah, his latest book, where he, what is it called, Bastard? I think it was called Bastard. And he was born out of he was a bastard child. And yeah, he's right out of the gate, just like, yeah, dude, fucking hair plugs, totally. It was like, all right, at least he's taken the wind out of the sails of people who are pointing at him for his fake hair.
but if you're not going for that, like, oh, I'm going to fool people about it, then what are you going for then? Like, that makes you happy to have more hair there?
Yeah.
I don't know. I just don't get it. Like, I would gladly shave my whole head in a second.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah. What if it was that straight up crown bald on top? You don't care. Like, it doesn't matter.
If it was like male pattern baldness?
like you just got the
yeah,
fucking
male
ring.
pattern.
Yeah.
I just shave it.
Because you see some of those, and it's like Phil, the Wall of Sound, Phil Spector.
Yeah.
And he's, when they stopped letting him wear his crazy Hair Bears hair in court.
Yeah.
And it's just like that is a male pattern baldness I rarely seen in
Rarely.
society.
That's
I mean,
what
it's-
everybody had. That's the whole
I know, but it's like
monk look.
lower than it should be. I mean, it is like, Phil, we're going bald, but we're going the best bald, the most bald. And that's what his hair decided. Yeah, I'm with you on Buck because he looks very much. He's more closer to Cassidy than a natural hairline, and it's just like, oh, dude, what are we doing? It doesn't work.
Do
But
we have Fat Bucky.
I don't see
And
any
nothing
young
to show the
pictures.
people.
I don't see anything
Oh,
here.
Jesus.
Joe Buck is a kid. I don't see anything showing up here.
yeah, maybe there's not. But I know he's talked about it. He used to be fat. That's probably considered fat for him too. If that picture right there,
okay. I was gonna say this maybe.
he's chubby.
He's a little bigger for sure.
Yeah, all right.
but not.
A little bit.
He's got a big head, doesn't he? Look at that man's head.
Yeah, compared to his dad there,
Oh, yeah, it's Jack.
that is a big head, man.
Yeah, that's
shit. He looks photoshopped in, doesn't he?
It sure does. Anyway, David Cassidy, he's I think he's got Parkinson's as well, and he's got organ failure. He needs a new kidney or liver or something like ASAP. Said it doesn't look good, and people are like, oh, we're just day to day. He's resting peacefully. He's got family around him. Other people are saying, yeah, matter of time.
How old's that cat?
I don't think he's that
In his
old.
60s, early 70s?
He's got to be in his 70s, right? And 67. Yeah, dementia, 67, failing
It's
organs.
tough.
Yeah.
Hey, the most incredible deals of the year only happen once, and that's during Zott M59 Chrysler Jeep's Black Friday sales event going on right now. During this once-a-year sales event, you can lease a new 18 Chrysler 300 with heated leather seats, heated steering wheel, 8.5-inch touchscreen, and all-wheel drive at just $279 a month. See all the details. Surf their massive inventory at dealsinthed.com. Get there.
Let's take a quick time out. Thousands gathered for Father Solanus' beatification over the
Yeah,
weekend.
good. And he received it.
He did.
Yeah,
he
there,
did.
I guess there was some question there, no? Or was that a done deal?
I thought that was a done deal.
deal?
He
Yeah,
went.
okay.
He went to blessed. He's
Good,
now blessed.
good.
We'll give you some details on that. If anyone's had a miracle at all, they're really looking for that second
Yeah,
miracle.
boy.
So, if anyone has
tough.
any run-ins with Father Solanus back in the day,
I saw the pictures of Ford Field. Holy shit, man. Chef Bobby was not kidding. There were
Yeah.
a lot of people there.
I know.
Packed the joint.
We'll give you details next.
The Detroit Cast continues after this short break.
Hi, Michael Kowalski here, fourth generation of the Kowalski meat dynasty. But you can just call me the Sausage King of Detroit. And you know what, my friends? It's time. Time to roll out the grill, crack open the Jack's potato salad, sizzle up some sausages, pass out the pierogies, ice those beers, and unfold those chairs. Because grilling season is here, and it's time. Time to eat like a king. I'm Michael Kowalski, and I approve my message.
The Detroit Cast continues now, bitches. Here's Mike and Jay.
All right, welcome back to the Detroit Cast, powered by DealsInTheD.com with Mike and Jay.
Hey, everybody, check out the DetroitCast listener business page. It's a page under the Help the Show tab on our website, DetroitCast.com. The page includes businesses owned by listeners. It's pretty cool. Take a look. It'd be great to support the supporters of the show and recommend them to friends and family if you can't use them personally. But today's featured listings, this week's featured listings, are PC Solutions. They're a Michigan premier managed IT service provider. They're experts in their field, so you can be an expert in yours. Mention TDC for a free site eval. They're great supporters of the show. Really knowledgeable, good people over there. Also, Peerless Steel, huge supporters, and they came through bigly.
I was going to say, yeah, they did for sure. And by the way, if I can mention another business network, Blind Biz.
Yeah, the Blind Biz
came in with some money. I don't remember exactly how much, but at least 100, maybe
Rich
a few hundred.
over at the Blind Biz.
Yeah,
he's a good guy. They're all good people. All these people on the listener business page.
Hey, listen.
Great people. They're listeners. Take a look. If you haven't looked, get them on your radar. And if you're going to have a need for one of these or more.
I can't remember who I was talking to last night, but someone sought me out to specifically say, hey, man, I've used 2 or 3 of the people on the listener business page. They've been wonderful. The Blind Biz was one of them. Mm-hmm. They did great work for this person. I can't remember who I was talking to, but just last night.
Peerless,
very cool.
Peerless Steel, though, great people. They handled a lot of the heavy lifting for E over the weekend with great donations. They provide all types of steel since 1946, next day delivery throughout the Midwest.
Well, we have the video of E dancing.
Yes.
It came in. Dan Rankin was there. I guess I don't remember who. Like, was it Bill or something that paid to get a table or a seat at the thing, and then he couldn't make it, so he offered it up to someone that wanted to donate to E's thing.
There were all sorts of side deals.
It
was beautifully done.
Totally.
And so I'm looking. I'm like, wait, that's Dan. He was at our house over at the studio not that long ago. And so he filmed it all. I wanted to kill him at one point. He wouldn't leave me alone about dancing with Beth. I'm like, fuck off, dude. I don't want to dance. I don't dance. Fuck off. So anyway, I was glad he was there, though, because he filmed this, and it came out well. So if you're watching us on YouTube right now, E, you want to make sure we're on YouTube?
We are? Oh, shoot, yeah. Okay.
There you go. And then you can see E's dance. And then we've got the judges, too.
I see Judge Vonda Evans up there.
Vonda was my hit of the night. I loved Vonda.
Yeah.
I thought she was great. Yeah, she didn't give a shit.
Yeah.
She didn't care.
She's used to not giving a shit and ruling from the bench.
I will say, and we can get to that when she makes her ruling. She has one remark on my thing
I know.
take issue with.
Bullshit. I liked it.
That?
I liked it.
It was bullshit.
Yeah, everyone's like, it's for a charity. These people work. They're doing this thing. You don't want to just be like, oh God, it's terrible. It's awful. She didn't give a shit though. She was like,
but one of her things.
She
was
called
wrong.
this pair of black girls. And they did this Michael Jackson. It was awful. They're wearing one glove and they're doing this dumb dance. She's like, you guys look like, I don't know, a pair of streetwalkers on the east side.
Oh no,
who should be working at a terrible strip club for the elderly. I mean, she's just piling on. She's like, I hated it. Hated it.
She was the Simon Cowell of the competition.
Definitely the Simon Cowell. And she took issue with something very specific for E.
Okay.
And I don't know.
Lack of rhythm?
Worse.
Oh, boy.
Yeah. Go ahead, E. So here's his dance.
Here he comes.
The beat.
Yes.
Offbeat.
Come on, E.
Oh, did you see the beat?
Yeah. Look at his hair. Here goes Jesus. Look at
that son of a bitch.
Shiny shoes. Look at him extending his arm.
We're
as
doing
instructed.
Too twirly. Look at that son of a bitch.
Oh boy, she's really getting into you. Go E, go!
Go E.
Yeah. Look at that son of a bitch.
He's not going for it right here. He needs to be going for it right here. Fuck it, man.
Yeah.
Caution to the wind, E. Now he's going through the 1 and 2 steps.
He is.
Supposed to kick here.
He's not feeling it.
Yeah, he's got to feel the rhythm and go. Thank God Veronica was there.
I agree with that.
Is this the lead?
Definitely not bad though. You know what I mean? Like it's not like just cringy fucking awful.
Watch when she goes backwards. Is that coming up, E?
Yeah, I messed up right here.
Oh no! Oh, Jesus! You almost hurt Veronica.
No,
They played that off though. Watch now. Here comes the dip. that she does, and I think E loses his footing a little bit.
Oh, E. Can we blame it on the shoes? Oh, no, E.
That's a balls move right there.
Maybe did this.
Now he's doing the high fives to
Yep.
the judges. Good move. Good move. Suck up to the judges.
That's just
That was
showmanship.
cool.
That's showmanship.
Absolutely it is. Here it comes, Jay. I think footing's going to be lost.
Twirling, we're twirling. Lots of twirling.
Yeah. Spins it like a top.
Yeah.
It's a good move.
All right. Here it comes. He's going to dip. No?
Oh, God, E, where was it? This song needed
You already
to
missed
end.
it. You missed it already.
No, you didn't do it yet, did you?
Yeah,
No.
right there. And that end was early, too, by the way. That end was too early.
Very fun, very fun.
E.
Did I miss it?
Here, guys, face the audience,
Where
please.
was the one-handed grab?
All right, we're gonna.
Maybe it was my angle.
I honestly don't know what you're talking about. But,
You'll have the honors here.
okay, so you want me to
Okay.
fast forward?
No. Hold on. Let's hear what this judge says.
Wonderful. Wonderful lines. Beautiful. You held her. It was gorgeous.
That's the Carrie Ann Anaba.
Yeah, exactly.
A good thing, but no one has done that, so it's okay. No, I loved it.
So she loves it. The other judges like it too. And then we get to Vonda. Let's get to Vonda Evans.
Oh,
Back it up.
Bag up, bag up.
Oh,
Back up. Go back.
it.
It's not a kid and play. I was like,
Okay, I'll just.
Okay, yeah, just leave
Oh,
it.
the kid and play moves. Yeah, the kicks.
Yeah.
look it up later. But it's just
That guy loved me.
Thank you. And
told me
then
so
the
afterwards,
Hamlet,
too.
the Sweetheart, that was exactly flawless. So bravo.
Flawless. He's the pro dancer. Wow. Flawless.
Judge Vonda Evans.
Well,
Oh boy.
the Michael Jackson slippers that he had on didn't really help him at all.
Bullshit.
I think that your dance partner led you. I didn't
Led
think
you.
that
Yes.
Yep.
had the rhythm that met where she was.
Oh, crowd didn't like this. Crowd's turning on Evans. Crowd's turning on Evans.
She doesn't care.
What kind of saved you a little bit was that you remind me of Mojo in the Morning. And we used to do a show together. But it was so early in the morning, you know what I'm saying? You know, I was sleep deprived. So, you know, that's where I'm getting that
I
from.
didn't really get what that meant.
But other than that, I think that I wanted more. I mean, the dancer, your dance partner, I think led you in a large degree.
That's fair.
I think that
I
you
agree.
is fair.
had
I agree, and I said that.
movement and loosened up a little bit.
Yes.
I don't
Yeah.
think that you met her where she was.
Oh.
She was at a 10 and you were at a 6. So that's how I feel about that.
I think I said that was fair, though. I think I said that was fair.
All of the dance partners are pretty much.
There's no shame in what he did. I'll say that right now. Like, dude, big balls to get out there and
Yeah,
do that.
yeah,
So
yeah, yeah.
major props, E. But I think the judge is right. You know, he just needed to loosen up. But we saw that when we saw the practice round as well. There's
Yeah.
a lot of our criticism to, like, dude, just have fun with it. Loosen those hips and just go. Feel the rhythm, man.
It's the thing that people don't truly understand until you personally have to get on that stage or get in front of that microphone or get in front of that spotlight. It's inexplainable to because everybody thinks in their own mind like, yeah, I can dance in my room in front of the mirror and fucking let loose because you do. You let loose and you dance and you fucking sing in the shower and I could do that. And then what you see time and time again is people get up there and it's just like,
Oh, shit.
oh boy, it just became real, didn't it? Now you know people are watching you. We seen it in here. People come in, they're great, they're this, they're that. You put them on a mic and they're like, started it early, and it's like, nah, get on the mic, dude. It's like they don't, they just. It's harder than it looks. It's harder than it looks. So I agree with you that E. He was being led by her, as most of them were. The pros
the
were
pros,
leading the guys, but yeah, it's easy to go. Oh, E, cut it loose, just fucking get
Yeah.
into that. But it's like,
I
I understand how hard that is.
I swear to God, I tried. I feel like I put a lot into this. It doesn't mean I was perfect, but I did try. I swear to God, I took this very seriously.
I think when you cut loose is when you're fundraising, and it's like, I will drink my piss for $100. Like that.
You're right.
That guy
I know.
is throwing caution to the wind. He doesn't give a fuck.
I know.
And that guy needed to be on the dance floor. I think.
You're right.
But the judge was fair. I agree. The judge was fair in her critiques.
It's what it was, man.
Good job, E.
Thank you.
Overall, very good.
Yeah.
Hey, the
I
Hamlin
agree.
Pub, they support the Detroit Cast. Let's make it a point to support them with locations in Rochester Hills, Clarkson, Chesterfield, 2 in Shelby Township. You know there's one nearby. The Hamlin Pubs have great food, ice cold drinks, tons of craft beers, TVs, games, and great entertainment. Come on by or book your reservation today. Go to hamlinpubs.com for more info.
We'll get to email in just a second, Jay, but they say 60,000 people packed into Ford Field to witness history as Detroit's very own Father Solanus Casey was beatified by the Roman Catholic Church. Major, huge step towards sainthood. Devoted Catholics, they say, from around the region and world came to Detroit to see this. It's usually in Rome when something like this happens. So
Really?
for it to be in America and Detroit, of all places, was really a big deal. They say nearly 70,000, like when you counted the floor
Wow.
and in and out, showed up there. And that was really important, it sounded like, to the Catholic Church. Like, for whatever reason, they were...
Oh, to have that showing?
Well, yeah. Like I saw them on the news. You know, Sean O'Malley, the cardinal out of Boston or whatever, and like every one of them was like, "Well, boy, they're telling me this is the biggest audience they've ever had for anything." You know, when you count the people on the floor, and then the next guy was
That's
like,
not true.
Well, you know, I mean, the showing here alone, I mean, it
Yeah.
shows you. And then one guy was like, "Yeah, I mean, clearly, if we would have had a venue that could have held twice as many people, we would have filled it with twice as many people." And I'm like, "Why is this so important to you guys?
Yeah, well,
why
they've
does
had
that
a
matter?"
few tough years, a couple tough decades.
Not true, by the way.
Dude, is it bad that when I saw a procession of these old white
The
priests,
first thing you thought.
I couldn't help it, dude.
Yeah.
I was just, my thought was, okay, this is a shitty thing to say, especially at a beatification for this guy. But I can't help but wonder how many kids these dudes have touched.
It's too bad.
Shit. It's
too
awful.
Because there's some really, really good people involved in organized religion. I know a lot of people are groaning right now, but there are.
Yeah,
There
of
are.
course
and
there
there's
are.
some bad apples too, and obviously the molestation stuff that came out of the Catholic Church. Really evil stuff and unbelievably bad.
The good that the church does that I get behind more than, you know, is stuff like that we see when we are doing the SOS thing, and it's like, it's at churches where
Yeah.
these, you know, they're letting people stay there for free and letting them set up cots and spare rooms and feeding them, and the employees of the church are doing the cooking, like those
Not
good
employees of the church, just churchgoers.
Churchgoers. These are so for, you know, it's easy for me to pound on the church. I've done it plenty of times, but
They play a huge role in our community
communities,
and in
yeah.
our culture. And without them, without mosques, without synagogues, so forth, there really would be a huge gap in how people are treated.
There would. I thought more over the weekend, because we were talking about, you know, the fact is, to get to sainthood, you know, 2 miracles. It's pretty straightforward. It's pretty straightforward. The rules have not changed, you know,
And with the one, I mean, the skin thing, just a loofah could have.
I don't know, maybe getting out of Panama, getting to America, a way different environment.
Maybe she met Bill O'Reilly. He loofed her. We don't know. Don't want to cast
Falafeled her.
aspersions. We don't want to cast aspersions on the first miracle.
Yeah, it's just, you know, like, I don't know, man. I think of miracle as something like
Miraculous.
Exactly. You know, I know we throw miracle at a lot of things. You know, miracle in the Meadowlands, and it's like, the guy fumbled. Herm Edwards picked it up and ran it for a touchdown. You lost. I mean,
Miracle
like,
on 34th Street.
yeah.
Really? I mean,
it's good.
yeah.
Good name.
The
Christmas
Miracle on
movie.
Ice.
Not really.
Remarkable, yes. Miracle.
Yes. Shouldn't have won. Maybe your competition overlooked you. Thought this was going to be so easy that they went and got hammered the night before. Miracle on Ice. We see those, but for this, when a guy's been dead for 60 years,
Miracle Whip. I mean, really, it's delicious.
it's a whip. It's
It's
good.
Miracle Whip.
It's a fine whip.
It's
you son of a bitch.
It's a
dynamite
better
whip.
than average whip.
Way
right?
better than average whip.
I agree.
Dynamite,
close.
as you say, dynamite whip.
Dynamite
Miracle.
whip. Miracle whip.
That's a great point. Is it a miracle?
So
It's
when
not that hard.
When I hear that people are just going to this guy's tomb, what is it? A tomb, yeah. And they're just like, this lady had 14 notes with her, like, I need to pray for this and that, and so needs this and that, and they're just piling them on. It's like, well, if you just have hundreds of people streaming by all the time, dropping prayers,
Something's gonna happen.
Something's gonna hit somewhere. and
Law of
you're like,
averages, right?
right? I mean, you can't go over
At some point, somebody's going to recover from a sickness.
Yes. And it's going to appear miraculous, but I don't know who gets the credit. I'm more inclined to give it to the doctor than just go, yeah,
Or how
across
does
the board.
God parse these things out? You know what I mean? Where he like, hey, Father Solanus, great
Yeah.
man while on earth. I'm going to allow
gonna
you
give him
the
this.
ability to throw down some lightning every now and then. I don't know.
Yeah, I know. But it's the problem is it's like, well, we take this very, very serious. We have a whole crew of doctors and priests that go over this with a fine-tooth comb looking for any possible explanation. And when we're like, I got nothing. Yeah, me either. Miracle it is. And so now people are just hoping to God that Father Solanus from the grave will present his second miracle, and so we can witness his sainthood in person. And they think it's going to happen. He's going to get his sainthood.
Does he get beatified without the first miracle?
God, no.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
You just don't climb the ladder to blessed without at least something on your resume.
Think.
I mean, dude, has anyone gotten there? We could look up Hall of Fame stats and see did anyone have like the stats to put him at blessed without a miracle? I don't know.
Maybe you hit enough singles. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, you don't have those big home runs, but you hit enough singles.
Right.
You're fucking unbelievable. Just single double hitter.
But do you want the greatest singles hitter of all time in the Hall?
Maybe. Unless he gambles on sainthood.
So anyway, we wish him luck. I'm glad he's blessed. It sounds like a wonderful time out there. And Chef Bobby told us all about it. He was out there. And
you have a chance to reconnect with Chef Bobby?
I definitely did.
At the dance competition?
That dude's a really cool dude.
Sharapova's going to happen, it sounds like.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, man. He was like, he actually apologized to me. Even literally the first thing he said when he saw me, because we had reached out after the interview, kind of, hey, man, we'd love to do that. First thing and he didn't get back to me. He kind of said, yeah, thank you.
Blew him off.
Well, no. And he said, first thing he saw me on Saturday, he said, dude, I wasn't blowing you off, man. I just had a lot of stuff going that day. Right away. Here's the contact number. Let's make this happen. So
cool.
Yeah, good guy for sure.
All right. Should we get to some mails?
We do have some email, Mike.
What do we got?
Oh, what should I start with? Let's see. Mike writes in, a quick side note from the topic at hand, the dancing stuff. For Big E's history, can all three of you grab a day's event and maybe put a Twitter poll up for the listeners to choose? So in other words, we each go, okay, look, this Thursday's coming up. It's November whatever. Well, it's Thanksgiving, but
right.
On this day in 1610.
He doesn't do Thanksgiving.
I would not do Thanksgiving if I was here on Thursday.
Well, Tuesday, you have something for Tuesday, E.
Yeah, the point is, Mike's saying, listener Mike is saying, look, put up three choices, one from Jay, one from Mike, one from E, let people vote on it, and that should be it, because apparently E's history buffery lies in the most boring of events. It's really fucking torturous, and no one knows if he's right or wrong, because no one will fact check these boring events.
I think he's right, although his day, he hit us with a day early. It was like opening your presents on Christmas Eve.
Weird.
Like
It was
I always thought that
weird.
family was weird that did the present opening on Christmas Eve, and that's kind of what it was.
Well, when the bit is named "This Day in History" with Big E, for us to then go, well, it's tomorrow's day in history, it just didn't feel right.
It didn't
from the outset.
And when I did a quick Bing search and found out that this was the day of the
grave robbery,
necrophilia. I mean, it was just Ed. Is it Ed Gein or Gein?
I don't know.
I think it's Ed Gein.
I don't know.
It was the date he killed his last victim.
They modeled Norman Bates after the dude.
And Buffalo Bill.
Ugh. Remarkable.
Dude, incredible. Grave robberies, like you said. Fucking dead bodies. Cannibalism. It's all there.
And
Mother.
E-pics.
E-pics. I don't remember it, because it wasn't technically that day
anyway.
I
blocked it out.
Okay.
It was the first what?
First time that Congress had never met in the Capitol building in Washington.
Holy shit, dude.
Yeah.
What? Like, even hearing it now, again, it's like, wow.
One ear out the other.
Oh, boy. Ooh.
Now, different subject, says Mike. On Facebook Live, when E was in the $16,000 range, he stated that it would take a large amount to eat a Jay and Mike pube sandwich. At least $300, he said. So initially, I meant straight up mounds of shaved pubes and 2 pieces of bread. Okay, so this is Mike who was challenging you. Did he pay for this, E?
I have to say, I'll do this, I think, but like
Again, I'm shorn from nipple to knees. So I don't know what to do here.
I don't
know that I feel comfortable getting myself a month or two growth.
I know.
And just for this
I know a few people, because I said it. I questioned this a few times, and some people have said that I was wrong. So I'll have to take their word for it. I don't ever believe I said 100% I was going to do it. I said it'd have to be at least $300, and maybe someone gave $300. I want to see this guy's individual $300 bid too. It doesn't mean that it goes up $300. That means someone had to give $300.
Well,
Fair enough. A lot of people did, though.
I know.
Maybe Fran and Lauren would donate, since we're...
Yeah, that's a good idea. Get your mom's pubes, your mom's and your sisters.
I'm just thinking that way you at least know that it's clean, it's
Hey,
family-based, it's not...
Nana's bathroom hasn't been touched since she's passed,
Great
right?
point. Yeah,
Go
but
in there,
she-
she used to shave that lightning bolt in those pubes. Like,
Yeah, she was huge into the bikini wax, especially towards the end, too. I don't know.
Okay.
could probably run a wet paper towel along the edge of her tub.
Yep. Exactly.
The toilet.
God. Mike continues.
Hi, Mrs. Fady, by the way. I'm sure
So
you're watching.
initially, I meant straight up mounds of shaved pubes and 2 pieces of bread, but I believe it was taken as 1 pube from each of you. Since it wasn't clear, all right, Mike's admitting there's some ambiguity here. I'm willing to compromise. Figure $10,000 would be equal to 33 to 34 pubes from each of you, mixed with egg salad per E's own request. Please set that up, by the way.
I did hear something about that. Do you not like peanut butter and
I
jelly?
hate peanut butter and jelly.
Okay, so I think someone was
What, egg
suggesting
sandwich?
peanut butter and jelly. Dude, egg salad sandwich with
Pubes.
pubes. Ugh.
Just a bed of pubes.
Could you get that down? Do you think you could swallow that? I know hair, they say you can't swallow. Like hair.
Oh, there's people who eat hair, right? There's
Yeah, there are those weirdos.
Oh.
Same ones that eat carpet and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. And E did eat your extremely
my ear,
weird
that
ear
weird.
here.
It was
Oh,
so weird. It was like
like
a
you-
corkscrew.
Dude, it was like you took one of those crimping things to your hair,
was
like girls used to
amazing.
do in the 80s. It was that defined.
Yeah.
Think Bart Simpson's head, the top of his hair.
Think, no, he doesn't have corkscrew hair.
No, but
You
he's
thinking
got the,
Homer.
Dude,
No,
think
no.
of the Teletubby, man. The Teletubby with the little corkscrew. Was it Lala? I don't know. One of those has a corkscrew at its top. And that's what it was, man.
I was thinking like that. Like it was, if you just took that on its face.
Dude, that hair was a single hair, and it was perfectly
Yeah,
curled.
You're right.
It was
You're
like
right.
that, man. It was a goddamn pigtail.
Yeah, it was. Craziest thing I've ever seen.
E ate it. Point is, E can get our hair down. Please set that up, says Mike. By the way, Catherine ate a pube sandwich for $89.50, so this actually is a sweet deal for you.
I don't think that's true.
This
I don't
dude,
think
I
Catherine did
actually
that.
gotta give him credit. He was making me laugh so many times because he just kept throwing out things that she was supposedly doing on Facebook Live. Like she just said she'd kick a puppy for $10 or something. And like,
Should we? Was it Amy Zempel that we should give a shout out
oh yeah,
to?
too, yeah.
Dude, she was tweeting at celebrities galore. For some reason, she was just like, all of a sudden, Amir Abdullah, the Lions running back, is retweeting the fact that he's raising all this money. There were a few people that
Linda
did.
Thompson retweeted it. I'm trying to think. You're right. There was a
I
few
know she tweeted it at Ellen.
Yeah,
and,
there was a few
and the
celebrities.
president. There were a few of them though that was like, what's his name? Our boy, Casino.
Oh,
Bugatti Casino.
Bugatti Casino
Bugatti
retweeted.
Casino retweeted E. So that was kind of cool to have her. That's a great thing for going forward. Like people tweet whoever you know, or
Yeah.
you don't, celebrities, whatever.
Well, I'm going to read one more little kudo to E, and then we can end this and
That's
be
all-
just
I
done with
understand.
this.
I'm
Okay?
uncomfortable with it already.
I am too.
But it comes from a person who usually gives E some shit. So it's from Wolfie. Big E's huge accomplishment. Kaiser, Miser, and Not So Wiser. Allow me to begin with a Hamgorous congratulations to our in-house pro period fundraiser. Accolades abound for our dear Tard. They're coming in from all social media platforms and for good reason. I hope that the gravity of what he's done isn't lost on people, however. It's more than bragging rights that he raised more donations than anyone else. The real fact is his efforts will bear fruit over and over again in the coming year. The money he raised will clothe, feed, shelter, and warm real people who are in desperate need. Eric has his faults, which are many. But he did the work. He put in the hours. He sat on Facebook for many, many hours chatting and promoting this cause. And our podcast universe responded, helping him raise a shit ton of cash for the homeless. He could have sat back like Bloink and just hit up rich and well-connected friends and apparently danced really well.
Yeah, she killed it.
But
give it to her.
instead, he went on World War I and began trench warfare campaign and dug in and fought and scraped
And
sent those
insulted.
Germans back to Berlin where they came from and returned to American soil and kissed a male nurse. I don't know about you guys, but I'm really proud of him. Because of this, I probably won't make fun of him or belittle him or point out his many, 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 many faults for the next 24 hours. Enjoy the honeymoon, Eric. You earned it. Warmest regards, Wolfie.
I agree with him.
100%.
Yeah.
That's a good way to end it. Let's save the rest for tomorrow. Big E, well done. Kudos. Golf clap.
It was awesome.
See y'all tomorrow.
All right. See you guys.
You've been listening to the Detroit Cast with your hosts, Mike and Jay. From all of us at Radio for One Studios, thank you for listening. And as always, thank you, Detroit.